How's it going, guys? Welcome to another video here. In this video, obviously, as you guys can see, we're going to be talking about the Tupac conspiracy theory that he um, is not dead. And obviously, you guys know we've talked about this theory many, many times about how Tupac may not be really dead at all because of all the evidence out there, all the um, proof. And I gave you guys basically why I believed I don't think he was dead. Truly, I still don't believe it. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do something new on the channel. Just try to do. I'm gonna talk about other celebrities as well. But as of right now, I'm gonna talk about Tupac because I'm very interested in this whole thing, this conspiracy as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So obviously, this is an article that I'm reading, so I could give you guys a little bit of evidence here. Um, so first of all, it says Tupac is alive after faking his own autopsy picture and coroner's report, claim conspiracy theorists. And it says Tupac Shakur faked his autopsy picture and coroner's report and is still alive. Conspiracy nuts claim. The rapper was murdered in a Las Vegas drive-by shooting in 1996, aged just 25, but many people insist that he is still alive. Tupac Shakur was 25 years old when he was shot dead. He was riding in his car with Death Row Records boss Suge Knight when he was shot. Tupac was in a car with former music executive Suge Knight when a Cadillac pulled up. Shots were fired towards the car they were in. The rapper was hit 4 times, twice in the chest, once in the arm, and once in the thigh, according to the reports. Many sightings and theories over the years have led people to believe that the star faked his own death, while others are convinced he is living in plain sight. Excuse me. The rapper died nearly a week later after suffering respiratory failure, which led to cardiac arrest. But YouTube DJ Scandalous raises some questions about the legitimacy of an image of the rapper lying dead in the coroner's report. He says there are discrepancies all over the place on the coroner's report, some of which are about his height and weight. So a 1996 driver's license shows his height as 5'10" and weighted around 168 pounds, but the coroner's report says that he's 6 foot tall and weighed 215. DJ Scandalous also questions the authenticity of the autopsy pictures. A thing I noticed about the autopsy picture is that Machiavelli tattoo that he had on his neck was missing, he said. This could be because the photo was pixelated and is not HD, but from what I see, the Machiavelli tattoo is not there. The other thing I found suspicious about the autopsy picture is that Tupac was in a hospital in a coma for 6 days. But when you look at the autopsy picture that's leaked on Google Images, his head is shaven. His head is shaven and his face is shaven. Why would they shave his face, his head, and his head if he's in a coma and in critical condition? Down the years, photographs have played a key part in fueling conspiracies about Tupac. A photo published in 2019 appears to show Tupac hours after he was gunned down, when the authorities insist he was in the hospital fighting for his life. So obviously, I'm not going to get into the photos or anything like that. But the main reason why people think Tupac is alive, aside from all this evidence, all this article I read, right? This is the number one reason, and I'm going to explain it. So he got shot in '94 in New York, right? He got shot. He survived. He survived that, right? He survived that shooting in New York or whatever, in Quad Studios. Well, he's in the hospital, right? He's in the hospital. He's trying to recover. He gets the hell up out of that hospital because he thinks somebody's going to kill him. He thinks somebody's going to kill him, so he leaves that hospital. And because he was afraid somebody was going to kill his ass in the hospital. So we got to think about this, right? And then after that, where people were saying supposedly he was reading, not supposedly, he was reading a book called on how to disappear. Now, that's even more evident on itself, given the fact after he had got shot the first time in '94. Why would he read a book, How to Disappear? And why would he read the book about Machiavelli? And then why was he always talking about his own death, basically in all of his music? I mean, all these questions got to be asked, like, and then all this confusion comes out, and then all of a sudden that Machiavelli album comes out, and all that 7-Day Theory. That's too much of a coincidence. If you guys don't know who Machiavelli is a person that basically, Machiavelli actually, he faked his own death, right? And then he eventually came back, but he faked his own death to basically escape his enemies and whatnot, because Tupac had a lot of enemies. So that's why he was said to fake his own death. And I believe that too. He had a lot of enemies. His life was in danger because he already had got shot in 1994. And also, we also got to remember as well that not only that, he had family members that had did the same thing. Basically, went into hiding. Well, not into hiding, but they would go underground and disappear. You know what I mean? So people can't tell me that Tupac, a person that's basically has, he wasn't a Black Panther, but his family were Black Panthers, and they've done the same shit. They basically had, disappeared because either their life was in danger for whatever reason, they would just disappear, and not come back. Obviously, he's got an aunt that's in Cuba right now, which that raises the question: is he in Cuba? With his aunt, because again, his life is in danger. After he got shot in '94, he started reading that book. How to disappear, because he knew he was going to get killed. He knew somebody was trying to kill him. That's just my theory on that. And the whole thing is this. The whole thing don't add up either. Just the fact that he was talking about his death, the fact all this shit doesn't make any sense. Why he was, people are wondering why he was talking about his own death after he got shot in '94. People are, was asking why was he talking about his own death for, and those are the reasons. I think those are the reasons. I think that he was talking about his own death because he knew that people were out to get him. He had a lot of enemies, and he had to make an exit and also they were going to put him back in prison for a crime that he didn't commit. So that's another reason why you would do that, disappear. because again, if you're gonna go back to jail, you're not gonna. He knew if he was gonna go back to jail, he wasn't gonna get out. I mean, that's just common sense. So I mean, people just don't realize like all the proof is there. Machiavelli. I mean, that's all the evidence you really need. Machiavelli was a person that, again, disappeared, faked his own death from his enemies. And why was he talking about that in his music? Why was he predicting basically that he was going to die and all that? Like why? Like, I just don't believe that. Because he knew his life was in danger and he had a plan, in my opinion. And the reason why, and you want me to tell you how he did it? I think he had a body double in the car to basically distract, the shooter. That's my theory, okay? Because again, the coroner's report, I just read it. The coroner's report says that he's 5'10", right? Or his driver's license shows that he's 5'10", but the coroner's report says that he is 6 foot, 215 pounds. His driver's license says that he's 5'10", 168 pounds. So that's why I think it was a body double. Why I think Tupac had a lookalike in the car to confuse the shooter. He had to make a plan. Tupac, paid the lookalike off or whatever, did his thing, got in a plane or whatever, fled to another country. That's just what I believe personally. That's what I truly believe. His life was in danger again. And that's what I think he did. And Suge Knight had a lot of money as well. I mean, we can't X him out either because he had a lot of money to help him do it. So I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Tupac is still alive? I definitely do. I think it's just too obvious at this point. There's just too many coincidences, too much evidence out there that just don't add up. Again, so like the whole thing that he got cremated in 24 hours, like that doesn't make any sense. The fact that he got cremated in 24 hours doesn't make any sense on itself because that never happens. A person usually doesn't get cremated. It takes about like 2 weeks for somebody to get cremated, but he got cremated within 24 hours, which never happens, So that could be proof that there's no body at all or anything like that. I think that's because he's not dead. That's what I truly think. Because again, whatever body was in the hospital was definitely a lookalike. And I just basically showed you guys that with the weight, Driver's license says that he's 6 foot 10 or 5'10", 168 pounds. Coroner's report says that he's 6 foot, 215 pounds. That's a major, major difference. So that's just my opinion on that. That's why I think it was a body double in the car, truly. Tupac, you put a body double in the car. Shit, even Suge Knight probably had a body double. Maybe he did. Because again, he said that he got grazed. And that's another thing that don't make sense either. Like, how in the hell does Suge Knight not get hit once? When Tupac is basically a little guy. He's basically shorter than Suge Knight. Suge Knight's bigger, but Suge Knight doesn't get any bullets. That don't make any sense. But anyways, guys, comment down below. Give me your guys' thoughts as always. And until next time, see you on the next one.